Nobody believes for 1 minute that Ruben Amorim will be the manager of Manchester United in 3 years.
Is Ruben Amorim really destined to fail at United, or could something happen that changes everything?
With a lovely turn, and he's got the ball away to Bryan Mbeumo, and Mbeumo with a strength for it!
Could Bryan Mbeumo really be the man to bring back Manchester United's glory days?
He's a working machine. He's so good in transitions. He's improving in the when we are organizing the final third. The connection with Ahmad is really hard to beat these two guys because they change position. They are really fast. They are good in 1-against-1. My role was as a manager to explain what I want from him, but was more the club. And you guys, we can struggle a lot, but it's Manchester United. When Manchester United is there, and when we feel that this player wants to come here, no matter what the position, no matter if it's Champions League or not, we also give everything to bring these kind of guys, and that was the case.
Let's watch and see. The story didn't begin so easy. Not as a star, and certainly not at Manchester United. It started much further back, in forging a strong character. Then Bryan Mbeumo's tale truly began in the streets of Avallon, a small town in France where football dreams feel distant and headlines rarely visit. He wasn't the fastest or the strongest at Troyes AC, but he built something far more important: resilience, ambition, and a hunger to rise. He wasn't the player everyone talked about. Coaches admired his touch, his movement, the way he appeared in tight pockets of space, but there were always questions. Could he finish chances? Did he have the toughness for the big-time game? Would he ever be more than a lower league player? While others were tipped for stardom, Mbeumo remained in the shadows. He wasn't the one dominating headlines or included in national team hype. Meanwhile, there was Brentford FC. A club not even in the Premier League at the time, and which had not featured in the top flight for around 73 years, but burning with ambition to reach it. They already had strong young players like Christian Norgard and David Raya ready to rise. That's where they saw what no one else did in Bryan Mbeumo. On the 5th of August 2019, Bryan Mbeumo joined Brentford on a 5-year deal, marking a club record signing. The beginning wasn't easy. The club was in the Championship, the pressure intense, the expectations moderate. In his early months, he stepped onto the pitch without celebrity status, yet quickly started making a difference, from first appearance to next, until he became counted among the players who simply must make an impact. In the 2019-20 season, he featured in 47 matches and scored 16 goals. Every goal carried meaning, a message to the club, a message to the fans, and a message to himself. I belong here. And although the team failed to secure promotion in the playoffs that time, his performances emerged as a green light. Here it is. The seed has begun to flower. He was nominated for the EFL Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year awards at the 2020 London Football Awards for his debut season performances. Thus began the transformation of Bryan Mbeumo, from relatively unknown player to a fundamental pillar in a major project. But everything changed in the 2020-21 season. Brentford FC began the campaign with extraordinary momentum. The club had just endured a turbulent 2019-20 campaign, one heavily impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, key players had moved on. Saeed Benrahma and Ollie Watkins left for big money moves, leaving fans wondering if the squad still had the quality and the mental strength for another promotion push. Thankfully, the club's recruitment policy worked its magic again. They unearthed a diamond in the rough. Ivan Toney, signed for an initial fee of around £5 million. He went on to smash records and became a catalyst for Brentford's assault. In the 2020-21 season, good things didn't just happen to Brentford FC, they were built. Emerging from a campaign marred by the coronavirus crisis and heavy rumours about whether the squad still had the bite to mount another promotion charge, the club needed more than just hype. They needed a spark. That spark came from Bryan Mbeumo. He stepped into the fire when others faltered, adapting his game and embracing the pressure. He featured in around 49 matches, scored 8 goals and provided 13 assists, numbers that told one story: influence. With the team pushing from behind, he became a linchpin. A key pass here, a run there. Each moment helping transform Brentford's identity from hopefuls to contenders. When the final whistle blew on that season and Brentford finally ascended into the Premier League after decades in the shadows, it wasn't luck. It was the rise of a player who believed and a club that backed him. And then came the 2021-22 season. This was the moment Mbeumo stepped up from promise to pillar. In his first full Premier League campaign, he featured in 38 matches, notched 8 goals and delivered 7 assists, emerging as the very foundation of the team's identity. In the 2024-25 season, Bryan Mbeumo continued his meteoric rise under the guidance of Thomas Frank, delivering what would become his most explosive campaign yet. He played 38 Premier League matches, scoring 20 goals and providing 7 assists, meaning he contributed directly to 27 goals over the season. With an average of 0.53 goals per game and over 3,400 minutes on the pitch, Mbeumo had become more than just a scorer. He was a cornerstone of Brentford's attacking setup. Thomas Frank's trust allowed him to flourish, and every intelligent run, every precise pass, and every goal highlighted his transformation from promising talent to indispensable team leader. Brentford's system thrived around him, and the results spoke for themselves. The team finished 9th in the Premier League, marking one of the highest finishes in the club's history. This season was a revelation, not just in numbers, but in impact. Bryan Mbeumo had moved from being a hopeful young winger to the pivotal force that drove Brentford to one of their most remarkable league campaigns ever. This spectacular season didn't just turn heads, it caught the attention of some of England's biggest clubs. Suddenly, the young winger who had once played in the shadows of Troyes and the Championship was being whispered about in the same breath as names like Chelsea and Liverpool. And then there was Manchester United. The club with history, expectation, and a relentless hunger for talent now had its eyes on Bryan Mbeumo. The journey of the once overlooked star was entering a new, thrilling chapter. Amorim, Manchester United's manager, was immediately impressed by Bryan Mbeumo, and for good reason. The young winger's tactical intelligence, composure, and clinical finishing in front of goal were exactly what the team lacked. During the 2024-25 season, United's own forwards, like Rasmus Højlund and Alejandro Garnacho, struggled massively in front of goal, squandering chance after chance. The team endured its worst season in decades, finishing in a disappointing 15th place. Mbeumo's ability to read the game, find space, and convert opportunities made him a rare talent. The kind of player Amorim knew could revitalise a faltering attack and bring much-needed stability and firepower to the squad. Manchester United wasted no time securing Bryan Mbeumo, agreeing a transfer fee reportedly around £55 million, a statement signing that immediately captured the imagination of the fans. The supporters were ecstatic. Mbeumo's blend of experience, composure and attacking flair made him an instant fan favourite. Social media buzzed with excitement as fans celebrated a player who could finally offer creativity, tactical intelligence, and a reliable goal threat. All the qualities missing from United's front line during the disappointing 2024-25 season. Chants of his name soon echoed around Old Trafford, and his shirt sales soared, signalling that the Red Devils faithful weren't just seeing a new signing, they were embracing a symbol of hope for the club's revival. He started the season at Manchester United in a shaky fashion, but once he gained confidence, his true quality began to shine through. In his first 9 appearances, he scored 4 goals and provided 1 assist. One of his standout moments came when he scored against Manchester United's eternal rival, Liverpool, just over a minute into the match. He made a sharp burst behind Virgil van Dijk, received the pass and finished with clinical precision. One of his standout goals came in his last match against Burnley, a moment of brilliance that showed just how dangerous Bryan Mbeumo is in front of goal. With a sharp turn behind the defence and a powerful finish, he bent the ball into the net as though he were scoring for a club with no history, rather than one of England's most storied teams. That goal, and goals like it, became part of United's strength that season, where every chance began to feel like a goal when Mbeumo was on the pitch. Amorim's belief in him soared, and so did United's standing. In the 24-25 season, with Mbeumo as a cornerstone, Manchester United rose to 6th place, level on points with Manchester City. Mbeumo's clinical goal scoring will be a major boost for a goal-shy Manchester United.
The tactical fit is vital, as we'll explain below, but first, let's talk about the simple headline reason behind signing him. He is the type of clinical footballer United desperately need. Last season, the Red Devils scored just 44 Premier League goals, their lowest ever in the Premier League era. Their expected goals, XG, stood at around 52.6, meaning they underperformed by roughly 8.6 goals. United need players who will finish their chances, and Mbeumo doesn't just finish, he turns half chances into goals too. Mbeumo's clinical scoring is a huge boost for a goal-starved Manchester United. Do you believe Bryan Mbeumo can save Manchester United and propel them into the top 4 and a serious title and Champions League push this season? Or is the task still too tough? With the club finishing a disastrous 15th in the Premier League in 2024-25, it was clear that United urgently needed a player who could turn half chances into goals, lead by example, and inject confidence and momentum into the attack. Mbeumo delivers all that. His arrival signals a fresh start. United will now have someone who thrives in tight spaces, reads the game smartly, and finishes when it matters. If the rest of the squad locks in behind him, embraces the new philosophy Amorim is bringing, and builds the team around Mbeumo's strengths, then I think a push into the top 4 is absolutely on the table. Even a serious bid for the title is within reach, but let's be realistic, it won't be easy. The Premier League is relentless. Chemistry takes time, new systems can falter, and expectations at United are massive. If Mbeumo doesn't hit the ground running, or United's structure doesn't gel quickly, then the challenge will look very steep again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.